What's happening, YouTube? You're not seeing things. You're not crazy. Yes, that is the Oreo twins, Moochie and Nita. If you need yourself a good cookie, go get you a bite of those two. And yes, this is me. I'm remote somewhere. I can't tell y'all where I'm at. My family don't even know where I'm at. They just know I'm somewhere. But I am remote doing the thing. I committed to Nita doing this show every other Friday, so I am here. But I'm happy to see my two sisters together. You got chocolate, you got vanilla, whatever flavor ice cream you want, just take a dip. Just take a little dip.
Dip all in this chocolate. Don't let it melt in your mouth.
Oh Lord, don't let it. Well, Moochie, where you want?
All right.
Okay. Well, Nita, we glad to see you back from vacation. How you feeling?
Yes. I'm doing great. A little burnt, so we working with some stuff up here. But I had a great time. I feel refreshed, rejuvenated. Love it.
I must say that is a very nice shirt you're wearing, and I thought I would be the only one up here with House of Dragon action, but it is a very, very nice shirt. We got to hook Moochie up with a shirt too.
Yeah, I gotta get a shirt. Next week I'm coming with a shirt, definitely.
Okay, no doubt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be our preview to episode 3. A lot of this is going to come from the trailer. They did give you a whole lot of trailer, ladies and gentlemen. When they drop trailers for HBO, they don't be bullshitting. They give you about a minute and a half. So having said that, we're going to watch the trailer first. Then I'm going to take these nice sisters, break it apart. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I have to go away for a minute, I will reveal where I'm at, because I'm starting to get a little crowd standing around me wanting to watch this show. And maybe before we're done, I'll let some of them come up here and say something. But okay, cool. Shout out to Ray, shout out to Tressa C, my homie Buzz, Greta is all in the building. Be sure to like our video, subscribe to these sisters that put out great work, working hard, sharing with each other and connecting, because that's what we do when we're on this Life Games team. We uplift everybody. Let's check out this trailer, y'all, and then we're going to go through it line by line. I sure enough got a whole lot to say about old Crabfeeder. Here we go. Woo, boy, ladies, you want to talk about a trailer that get my penis hard? I can't wait for that. Ladies and gentlemen, last episode didn't have a lot of action. It didn't need it. It was kind of a setup episode with a lot of story and dialogue, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I knew this was going to be what they would do, just like last year. They would hit you with the 1-2, no action. Then they come back like 2-3 straight episodes. Right. Intense fighting. And so now that we've got chocolate and vanilla over there, let's take this thing from the beginning and let's get their opinion. So Moochie and Nita, the first thing we see on the trailer, we see Rhaenyra leaving her daddy, and the daddy was just letting her know what the deal is. Now, mind you, this episode is going to be a 2-year jump. A 2-year jump.
Yeah.
And you got to think that what's happened from the last episode, all that has happened in between time till we get to this episode. So when he's basically telling her, look, I done married your best friend who you might have a love affair with, and I also done got her pregnant. And Rhaenyra's like, I ain't trying to hear that. So where does that leave me with the kingdom? And she's walking away.
Nowhere.
What else do y'all think was said in that conversation, my ladies?
Yeah, I think she's going to be protesting. She's going to be saying, where does it leave her? She's trying to figure out. It bumps her out of the line of succession. So they're going to have some words. They're really going to have some words. What about you?
Yeah, it's going to be some sort of bitterness towards her because that was her friend. She's going to feel betrayed, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And she knows how she wanted this to go down. I'm sure they spoke about their dreams and things of that nature. Right. So she knew what she wanted.
Now I must say this, ladies. Rhaenys tried to warn her last episode. She pulled her to the side and said, "Look, these men would burn down the kingdom than to let a woman rule."
Yeah.
And do y'all think that sank in with Rhaenyra, or do you think she just kind of washed over her head?
I think she was naive to the fact because everybody bent the knee.
Right.
Okay.
She thought her she was secure, but
yeah,
no.
She thought things was gonna be different because everybody bent the knee. She even said it. So I mean, she felt
she did
that, like it's not gonna happen with me. This things is gonna be different. That happened with you, but with me, they bent the knee.
Right.
They didn't. You were the queen that never was.
Right.
And that's what they did. She walked away. They bent the knee, and I guess she assumed everything was gonna be everything, but it wasn't. So. It is what it is. And now I think the most dangerous person on the show is this guy right here.
Oh yeah.
And you see him talking to Alicent. Alicent is very upset because she's losing her best friend and she doesn't want to lose her best friend. And she's telling him it doesn't have to be this way. And he's looking her straight in her face saying, that boy will be the king. Now, ladies, that's going to be his grandson. Otto is the puppet master so far on this season because he's separated Damien from his brother. He's separated Alicent from her best friend. And now he's basically impregnated the king with his grandson. And here's something we got to think about. I mentioned it in my trailer video. Now that Rhaenyra really has in the kingdom, you better watch out for this dude right here because he could literally want to kill her just so that there's no conflict within who's going to be the king. So you guys give me your opinion. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it really does put a target on her back. And, the father actually explained that to her. And the only thing, her claim isn't as strong just because she's a female, So when the grandson does come, his claim is going to be stronger. So it's just hard.
Well, the issue is the grandson's got some growing up to do. He's 2 now. His ass got to wait till he's at least 14, like Joffrey was, before he can get the throne. But if something were to happen between that point and now, she'd be the queen.
Oh yeah,
she'd be the queen. Yeah. And now that they've exiled Damien, I would see nothing stopping him from saying we're going to take out Rhaenyra in her sleep. She is not going to be a problem for my grandson. And basically, Otto is going to get into the ear of his damn grandson and try to be the puppet master, just like we seen them do with Joffrey.
Right. Yeah.
I see it coming.
Yeah.
And so now we get on to the celebration. Here's a celebration that could also be a wedding because we've got inside that stagecoach, you've got baby Aegon the second with Alicent, and they're handing the baby to the daddy. Now, this is what I want y'all to notice. If you notice Alicent, she's pregnant again. Did y'all see that one coming? Look at that. Look at that. She's pregnant again. So there's going to be another baby, but that's supposed to be a little girl. And when they're inside the stagecoach, the King Viserys, his ass is all happy, feeding the baby wine and soda. And just look at the look on his face. I mean, the look on his face, he is so thrilled. But there is someone who's in that stagecoach who's mad as hell. And like, I should kill you myself. Take a look at how Rhaenyra looking at them with that smug smile. Rhaenyra ain't having it. So having seen those things, what do you think the stagecoach scene is going to look like? And what are going to be the complications coming from Alicent being pregnant with another kid?
It's going to be a lot of tension. A lot of tension, a lot of mean mugging we saw already. So and things are going to be said to whoever. We're going to get a lot of little things, clues to it when they start talking, like what are their next moves and things of that nature.
Right.
And for me, that kind of reminds me of when they travel and they go somewhere, because it doesn't look like where he is. It looks like they kind of traveled and they went somewhere. You remember how when King Robert came to Winterfell, it kind of has that type of,
That's definitely not King's Landing. That's not King's Landing.
Right.
They went somewhere like they're doing like a christening type celebration or something of that nature. And the word on the street is, well, I'll get to that in a minute. So I don't want to spoil that. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, you're absolutely right. They are somewhere else. They are not in King's Landing. And maybe you celebrate the baby, or maybe this is some ceremony to celebrate the baby. Now that the lands have their foretold male king. But, you know, ladies back in the day, you had to endure some bull jive. I mean, it didn't matter how smart you were. It didn't matter how many times you saved the kingdom or saved the lands with putting good ideas in these men's heads. They ain't give a damn. When the smartest people around was usually the women. Like her cousin, I keep butchering her name. How do you pronounce the cousin name? Rhaenys. Rhaenys is literally the smartest person on this show to what I can feel. And she tried to warn this girl, and Rhaenyra's like, oh, well. But in the next clip, we see the daddy telling her, you know, you will get married and fulfill the promise of this family. Right. And Rhaenyra's like, I don't want to get married. The hell with that. And he's like, damn it, I had to do it too. So you're going to have to do it, fulfill this dynasty. Are y'all aware of who she's supposed to be marrying?
Yeah.
So you're aware she's supposed to marry Corlys' son.
Yeah.
And the son is gay as hell. Okay. The son don't want to have nothing to do with this marriage. Neither does she. And the word on the street is that this scene could also be them preparing for the wedding. What do y'all think about that?
That's true.
Yeah, because that's probably like where they're gonna introduce them, where you know how they let them talk for a few.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Damn.
And I think since he is gay, I think she has her eyes on Christian Cole to me.
Yeah.
She had her eyes on him from when they did the thing with the labor.
Yeah.
In episode 1. Yeah.
She had her eyes on him from then.
So if she had babies, it'll probably be from Christian Cole, not from.
Right. They're saying that the source material from the book, she does have her little thing going on with Christian Cole, and so does Rhaenyra. That's the son, Rhaenyra, whatever the son's name is. He had a side thing going on with one of the maesters.
Oh, okay. I ain't hear that one. I ain't hear that one.
Hey, somebody want to get a little freaky with the medicine men. Okay, I see you. And so in the next clip, we see Alicent talking to Rhaenyra. And she's telling Rhaenyra, look, it ain't got to be like this. And Rhaenyra saying, bitch, please talk to the back of my head. I'm leaving this joint. Rhaenyra hops on horseback and she rides off like lightning in a desert storm. And she's gone. Question I got for you ladies, is this friendship over?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Look, not without a cat fight.
That shit is gone.
I think it's gonna be some kind of or some kind
of Moochie.
You always want a cat fight, right?
Moochie.
Some kind of snack.
Unless I'm wrong, Moochie, these two fighting would not be a cat fight. This would be like Sansa fighting Arya, and we know who's gonna win that fight all day in the air. All day in the air. So when she hops on the horse's back and tells everyone in the kingdom, I feel like there's nobody here for me.
Right.
Do you guys have an idea where she's going?
I feel really bad for her. It looks like she's going to end up running into the Crabfeeder. If you look at the next clip.
If she don't run into the Crabfeeder, she might run into her uncle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at that next clip then. Look, she's in the forest at night somewhere, and something is spooking her. Now, we know this chick is tough, so it take a lot to spook a chick like this. And as we cycle through the clips, I can't tell what that is. I mean, that looks like it could be a mask or something.
Yeah.
It could be a bear.
The Crabfeeder had a mask on, see?
Right. I'm going to say that that's not Crabfeeder. I'm going to think that that's a bear or animal, and this is going to be my theory.
Okay.
while she's out here in the woods, somebody's seen her leave. And the person that's seen her leave is the newest knight, Christian Cole. And I believe Christian Cole going to come out here and save her from whatever the hell this is.
Okay.
Rocks with me. Rocks with me. What you think, Moochie?
I think somebody gonna come save her in the nick of time, of course.
Right.
Christian Cole.
Is it gonna be
Christian Cole.
like time in armor? Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how the relationship starts.
Right.
Right, exactly. And y'all do know that I don't care what relationship she gets into, her uncle gonna try to take her out of them. Because the only person in this show that can control him is her. That's it. His niece is his Achilles heels, and I wonder how far she's going to be able to string along her power over him as this episode pursues.
Right.
And so in the next clip, ladies, we do see the man Crabfeeder. Now, I talked about in my video how he's got one of those masks from the Harpies. If you guys remember the Harpies from the original Game of Thrones.
Right.
But the brother also has grayscale. You remember grayscale was that thing that turned dudes crazy? Yeah.
And Sam picked it all off.
Right. Do you think there's any chance we might see them show the Maester save him? Or do you think that eventually he's going to turn into one of those little mutant critters and then just die?
No, I think we're gonna see them save him because remember, Sam looked in those books and that cure for it was done years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They probably won't show it. They'll probably show maybe like the beginning of it because they know we already seen how it's done.
I mean, he's such a bad character. Why would you want to save him? Like, I don't know.
Well, Nita, here's the thing. We don't know what his backstory is. We don't know what his backstory is. I mean, someone like Corley said, we are second tier in the family. I feel like he's second tier to some dynasty. They kicked his ass out, and now he's on a rampage. And he also has grayscale, which, you know, that would make anybody nuts to know that you're going to die and turn into a reptile, basically. And for whatever the reason, there are men that find him honorable enough that they follow his lead. They follow his lead so much so that in this battle with Corlys and Damien, your boy Crabfeeder kicking ass.
Right.
He is kicking ass. So what is his backstory? Was he second fiddle to one of the great dynasties? What do y'all think Crabfeeder's backstory is?
I'm not sure. I'd be grasping at straws trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Well, let's grasp. He's wearing the mask of the Harpies. They basically were mercenaries. Mercenaries that was upset, not at just one dynasty, for whatever the reason, they was upset at all dynasties and could be hired to work against any dynasty.
Okay.
And he's the leader of these people running out here, knifing mofos up like it ain't nothing, then feeding them to the crabs at high tide.
Wow.
So, and it doesn't look like he's stealing anything. This looks like this is a mission to send a message. So I wonder what is the message. And there's a rumor out there, ladies, he could be related to the Targaryens. Think there's any truth to him being related to a Targaryen?
I can see that.
Well, his hair is not blonde.
Oh yeah, his hair isn't blonde.
So that's why I said go back to see.
Brown.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a good one though.
It's about to get good. Let me shout out my big homie, Will Lawrence. I think she's in a hunting party. This guy. Talk about a Rhaenyra. I appreciate you, Will. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 70 in the building. Let's get 70 likes. And these ladies is looking good as hell over there. You got chocolate, you got vanilla. However you want a cookie, go over there and take a bite and send these ladies some super chats, man. Let the folks know that y'all take care of these people that come and hang with a brother. Go ahead and take a special look at giving these ladies a super chat. Here we go. So Corlys is basically telling Damien, look, man, we getting our asses kicked. You understand? These is my men. This is my money. These are my ships. What the hell is you going to do to stop this dude? And look at the look on Damien's face like, this MFer, man, this MFer. If these two get into fisticuffs, who y'all taking? Damien or Crabfeeder?
I don't know, because Damien got that whole army behind him. They got armor, so he's gonna have to, like, if they don't have any armor on, then he can't really get to them like that anyway. I want to go with the Targaryen with Damon.
Right.
If they get into a one-on-one fight where there's not going to be no dragons and the men going to actually let them fight, I'm putting my money on Crabfeeder.
Oh yeah, well, if he don't have no arm, like I said, if he don't got no armor or nothing on, then it's crab feet hands down. Okay.
Look, I'll still take Crabfeeder without armor and let Damien have on his armor. I'll still take Crabfeeder. See, Crabfeeder is, when you're doing what he's doing, them kind of missions he's on, he's like functioning mentally at another level. Like he would probably kill himself to take out a great leader, someone who's supposed to be an heir to a throne. Now, he don't know what happened to Damien, but he know he's in the family of the heirs, and he probably would give himself up to take out him, and that makes Crabfeeder very dangerous, very, very dangerous. And by the way, the person that's supposed to put a ring on it with Rhaenyra is the brother that you guys see to the left of Damien over his shoulder. That's Corlys' son, and that's the one that we're supposed to see marry Rhaenyra.
Okay. And she doesn't want to marry him.
No, she don't want no part of him.
Really?
No, and he don't want to marry a female at all. You know, he ain't trying to get no female.
He like the Pope.
Yeah, he like what he like. He like what he like. Now, Moochie trying to get people in trouble, man. Trying to get people in trouble. As this battle persists, ladies, Crabfeeder's kicking their ass. He's got a cloud of arrows raining down on them. And then all of a sudden, we hear these words: "Release the dragons." And then we come to a human ass barbecue.
Exactly.
Look at this.
Look, for me, I was like, why they ain't bring the dragons out?
I know. Why would they wait that long and lose that many men and you got dragons?
Right.
See, that's probably what Corlys is saying. Corlys is saying, bro, you should have done this from jump. We wouldn't even have had to have any loss of life had you just ran in here with your damn dragon the way your niece did. There would have been no bloodshed. So it makes you wonder, was Damien trying to weaken Corlys' fleet, or was Damien trying to test the loyalty of the fleet? I pose that question to you ladies.
That's interesting.
I think he tried to weaken the fleet.
Yeah, because you see how he looking at him, got the little side eye.
And we figured things was gonna be different if they join forces. But he's gonna make sure we're gonna join forces, but there's no way I'm gonna let you be stronger than me.
Right. And the thing is, Damien doesn't have the money that Damien has really belongs to the kingdom. It's not really his money. And some of the men Damien have are mercenaries that he's having to pay to come fight with him. And so by him letting Corlys send all his men out there, like you lady said, you weaken his fleet and you make him have to really become more dependent upon you and your damn pet. That's what you're doing. You make him more dependent on your pet flying in. And this partnership that they have, Damien's basically saying, look, bro, you need me more than I need you.
Of course.
Right.
Of course. Definitely.
You know, that's the way he gonna play it.
But he can try to play it that way. But this is what he can't deny. Corlys still is in the kingdom. He's still got a seat at that table. And he might be playing this close to the vest, telling Damien, look, I'm going to give you all the secrets of what's going on in this kingdom as long as you treat me like we are of equal. So that's valuable knowledge. That'd be very valuable knowledge.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone watching us, the king getting out here with his damn royal pitchfork,
putting in some
work, stabbing somebody up. Now, ladies, what you think done got the king all high and mighty with his royal scepter out here stabbing somebody? What you think this is all about?
I don't know. Rhaenyra was in the woods as well. So
right.
But it was nighttime, so I don't.
It was nighttime.
I doubt if this is the same scene.
Right,
but,
right.
I'm wondering, what you think?
Maybe he went to look for her.
Yeah, or maybe he had to like do some revenge. Like maybe she got saved, and then he like, we need to go ahead and take care of that.
Mm-hmm. You know, that could this could literally be like the day after Rhaenyra was saved by Christian Cole,
Right.
and you know, it could literally be an animal that was in the area, and she might have dropped her sword or her dagger or something, and she saw this animal standing there, and he decided he's so mad that she left, because that's really what he's mad about. He ain't mad. He's not mad at the fact that she left. He's mad over why she left. That's really what he's mad about. And he decided to take out all his frustrations on whatever poor rodent is right there in the spot. Or this could be somebody of the kingdom, and he's taking it out on them because he's upset they didn't do more to stop Rhaenyra from leaving, or when they did find her, they didn't do enough to make sure she got back.
Oh wow! So, I hope it ain't that guy, because I really like the guard, her guard.
It ain't gonna be none of them.
It's not. Gonna, it ain't gonna be. Yeah, she just got on the horse and took off and rode away.
Yeah, the fact that she didn't get on the dragon kind of tells me that she's going to be coming back to the court at some point, because she loves that dragon, and you're not going to let something of that power stay there unless you're planning on coming back. So she might have just been riding away to clear her head,
right,
figure out what she's going to do next, and plan on coming back. If this was going to be a permanent leave, I feel like she would have hopped on her dragon and left. But this is another thing that could have been in that woods, ladies. You know, we've got a free dragon roaming around out there that's too big to be put in the keep with the rest of the dragons. Could that have been the other dragon that landed and saw her and knows who she is? And since she's got that Targaryen in her, the dragon ain't gonna kill her.
No.
Could that have been the dragon that found her out in those woods? And
whose dragon was that originally?
That was
golly, who? I forgot. I forgot.
Right.
Because the Viserys' dragon was Valerion.
Yeah,
he died. Right, he died. And so the next biggest dragon is the one that's roaming around free out in the woods.
I wonder, was that Jaehaerys? Was that his father's dragon?
It could. Yep, it might have been. It might have been
older and stuff like that. So,
right.
The next oldest one.
And then last but not least, ladies, I did bring this picture right here for you ladies to see. Yeah, he's got the grayscale and he's got the mask of the harpies on. And I'm telling y'all, when you put all this together with a brother, what else he got to live for? He's a dying man, you know, and somebody done hurt this boy's feelings. So we got to talk about what is his backstory. Y'all tell me something. What's the backstory?
Well, usually mostly people that is in the sea is close to getting that disease, right? Because remember how the other guy got it. He got it when he was in that when he ran into the encounter with Tyrion. Mm-hmm. So
right.
He had to run. He ran into to one of them, and they made contact for him to get it. Mm-hmm. He probably killed him like how what's his name again? He probably killed him just like the other guy, but he got the disease.
Right.
Exactly. Now, I would love for Moochie's theory to come true that they saved Crabfeeder, and that this is one of the first times that they use that technique that the Maesters used in the first Game of Thrones to save them, and this be the documented time that they saved. This would be when they documented how you can save someone with grayscale, because they put a lot into this character to let us know that he's tough, and the fact that he's got crabs coming and eating his prey, ain't nobody ready to see him die quick. So if I had to give a prediction, this fight that's going on with them is going to be more than just this episode. I think this is going to be a 2 or 3 episode fight. What do you ladies think?
I think so, because look how long the thing lasted with Robb Stark.
It did.
So I could see that happening.
Okay.
But with them doing these time jumps, it's kind of
difficult.
I don't know. How do y'all feel about the time jumps? Because every episode is like we're somewhere else, and I'm like, I don't want to rush through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you need to let it breathe a little bit, but it feels like they're rushing a little bit.
I feel like they have us rushing through this part for a reason. This is just to show you the characters, show you who's who, and who's like what kind of position they have, who's the tough person, who's the who's stirring the pot, like how we said the first week. I feel like they're letting you see a little bit of everything before it be a major time jump where they change that girl to she's in all 10 episodes though. Okay. Remember I made sure of that last week. She's in all 10 episodes, so it might be some flashbacks, like somebody was saying, but it might be like a full-fledged, like where you see the older one and you see the younger one. So I think it might be two different things we're gonna be seeing. They might not focus so much in the future, but they'll show stuff and then go back to shows, and then we'll see everything in the future.
Moochie's 100% right. There's definitely going to be some flashbacks, 100%, because they're going to grow up, both characters, Alicent and Rhaenyra, and one's going to be wearing green, one's going to be wearing black. They're going to be adversaries at that point in time. And when that does happen, probably what you're going to see is Rhaenyra flashing back to something that happened when they was young and discussing it, trying to figure out what's going to be the next move to see how to get things done. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, when we're done here, Nita is going to keep the party going on her channel, and she's going to keep discussing House of Dragons, letting you guys know a little more in depth about what we didn't cover tonight. But having said that, Nita, when it comes to this show, I've been okay with the time jumps. The thing that I wish they would do is just make it more obvious that they're, the exact specific time jump that they're doing. Like maybe have Rhaenyra voiceover, it's now been 2 years and I got a damn brother that I didn't really want by my best friend, blah, 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 something like that, something like that. But I've been comfortable with it because I felt like they've done a good job of letting us know what each character's role is, what the motivations are for most of these characters, and where they're going with it. Because we knew Otto had claims on that throne. We knew that from the very first episode.
Yeah.
Like we knew it. And we saw Otto stir in the pot with Damien. So do you guys want to see Damien kill him before the season is over with?
He can go.
He can go now. He already served his purpose. He got the daughter with him, and now he's got an heir.
That's true.
He has no
But you remember Littlefinger lasted a long time.
Yeah, Littlefinger lasted almost to the end.
Littlefinger,
He set the whole thing off.
Right.
Yep. Littlefinger lasted to the end. The Munich, he almost lasted to the end.
Yep.
My little short homie, I can't think of his name right now. He lasted to the very end. And yes, yep. So let me ask you guys this. This is a little off House of Dragons. Where are they going to pick up with Jon Snow when they bring back the regular Game of Thrones? Where are they going to pick up at? And shout out to B. Avery, ladies and gentlemen, giving us a thumbs up. His link is in the description. He's a hard-working brother. Check my man out. So, yeah, ladies, where are they going to pick up with Jon Snow in the regular Game of Thrones?
I feel like they did Jon Snow so dirty with the first one.
Right.
They might just pick up with him going to the wall and it be some other kind of conflict. Not a conflict, but he was already in charge of the wall before. So he has true allegiance. And then not only that, he still got the wildlings that he's close with too. So I think we're gonna see a lot. And from what I hear, Brienne is supposed to be in that too.
Oh.
You would hope.
Probably get
I don't know. I want to see if they get together because he's funny with them. He in love with her.
Right.
You would hope that most of the people that survived, we would get them all coming back with storylines, and because right now the lands are united for the most part. They're united. But if somehow, some way, the Lannisters happen to survive, all them rocks falling on top of their head, and they was to come out that damn hole and be causing mischief again.
They better not. I would be so pissed off because I felt like she didn't have the depth that she should have had.
She deserved way
She
worse.
deserved way. I thought she was gonna get scorched by the dragon. I thought Daenerys was
right.
Like
you know
she got
that was two people that had a claim to killing her. The Dornish people, that chick should have got him, and also
Arya.
Arya was like she could have died. It was like 3 different ways she could have had a good death. Arya could have killed her because that was on her list.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The way Daenerys was flying around with that dragon, she could have got her, but she never. She wasn't. She wasn't bold enough to come out of that castle.
Right. They really fell with that shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, they gave her muscle, and the muscle did all the heavy lifting for her. But I would have loved for the Dornish family, plus Daenerys and Arya, to all got a piece of that queen. Because if you put her in a one-on-one with any one of them, she's gonna get her ass kicked.
Right.
Any one of them.
Right.
Any one of them. So I think we've seen the last of Jaime and her. We're not going to see them.
Right.
So then the question comes, where is the drama and the turmoil in the kingdom going to come from?
Probably
because right now,
Sansa.
What?
Probably the sister, because she I don't know, she pissed me off in the last couple of episodes. Because she exposed the secret of that being his aunt to me.
Right.
Because she didn't want them to be together. And to me, it seemed like he was going to be with her. But then the way they talked about it, like they was in disgust with it, that's what made him change his mind.
Wow.
I actually like Rockers, Los Angeles. Maybe Jon Snow connect with Drogon, because you remember Drogon left. But you know what? Jon killed his Daenerys, so I don't think he's gonna like that. Yes or no? I don't see that happening. I'm not even excited. I'm not. They messed it up. I don't even want to go back. They
messed it up when they killed her off the way they did it.
Yeah, I don't need.
I'm curious to see how they're gonna revamp this.
This is crazy.
This is gonna sound crazy, but I would like to know what was the dragon thinking, because the dragon got in Jon Snow's face like he was gonna do something. He didn't do nothing, but he let out a scream like, "No, just MF or didn't," and then he flew away. So do you think that there's any part of the dragon that maybe felt like what he was doing was wrong? Because the dragon could have killed Jon Snow, and he didn't.
Absolutely.
He didn't, though.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really wanted him to embrace his Targaryen side. Like, why are we doing all these seasons, and then that was like the big reveal, and just nothing came of it. Like,
yeah, it was a waste.
If he does embrace his Targaryen side, like something like that, maybe he might want to become the ruler again.
Yeah, because technically he is the only Targaryen left.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And you know what? You gotta know they're gonna let him ride a dragon.
Of course.
I do believe, since he's already ridden that dragon that left, him and that dragon is going to reunite. 100%. 100%. Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've gotten up to 80. Please be sure to like us. These ladies are going to be going on their show in about 20 minutes at 10 o'clock on Nita the Divas channel. Show them some love. Their link is in the video description. And before I get out of here, Moochie, what did the fans got to look forward to on your channel in the next couple of days?
I'm getting the thing for the show together. I had some technical issues, but I'm getting it together, and now it's going to be a double episode of the show. So we're going to do the last episode and the finale. So we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about as far as we're going to be making predictions, and just to talk about the all-around season and what we thought of it. So I'm just getting the panel together, and we're going to try to do something maybe sometime this weekend.
Okay. And Nita, other than going live as soon as we get off, what else you got going on in your channel between now and Monday?
Nothing. Just House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon. That's all we doing, baby.
Okay.
I might do rap shit. I might do just a whole review.
Yeah, we might do some stuff tonight because we together too. Yeah. We got do a couple of collab things.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you bring these two together, you better leave the city. Because boy, they about to shut some things down on these airways, man. Enjoy whatever craziness they come up with and have a little bit of fun with it as they do it. So that's going to do it for this video, y'all. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, get that life game. Be sure to join Nita and Moochie at the house of Nita in 19 minutes because they will be going live, continuing this conversation. I will be back. Y'all won't see my face again till Monday, okay? I'm somewhere away, and y'all won't see me. I will have my
enjoy, brother. Enjoy the weekend.
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm going to enjoy myself. Mm-hmm. So come check me out on Monday. I will see y'all then. We out.
Yeah.